As we develop our officer corps strategy, it's important to do a few things. I think first off, it's about thought processes and how we develop thought processes. It's about leadership is about you need certain physical and mental skills, so there's a baseline that you need. It's how you mix these physical and mental skills in order to lead men and women in combat or in any other operation that you might be involved with. So I think what we want to do is we want to then figure out what kind of mental skills do we need? What kind of thought processes do they need to know? What kind of experience do they need to have? What kind of educational background do they need to have in order to make these decisions in very complex environments? For example, today, every officer who goes to Iraq will find himself in front of a TV camera doing an interview with a newspaper or conducting some sort of a negotiation at some level with a foreign entity of some type. I don't think that'll change. So part of that needs to be how do we fit that into our development program, and what kind of mental capacity do we need in order to be able to react quickly to things. 1 minute you could be doing an economic analysis of an oil refinery, and the next minute you could find yourself pitched in a hand-to-hand combat battle, platoon on platoon, or find yourself in a firefight between enemy forces. And you have to be able to leap quickly between one and the other. Not everyone can do that. So we need to recruit extraordinary people. Now, that said, what will happen is we go after people with certain characteristics. There'll be some who become extraordinary, there'll be some that don't. That's how life is, no matter what criteria you set. But the most important thing is we allow who we recruit to develop themselves into extraordinary people. We create the environment for them to develop. We allow them to think through problems. We challenge them with the most difficult problems. We challenge them physically. We challenge them mentally. We challenge them to make difficult decisions, decisions that have real implications. You think about it. If you're sitting outside and you have to make a decision about going into a building based on information you've given and you know it could cost the lives of 10 people that are standing with you, or you have to make a decision whether I invest in this stock or that stock, in reality, what has the most immediate impact on you? It's that decision you have to make as a military leader. There's no one who has to make decisions like that. And the way we develop our officer corps, and we'll help develop our country, because there'll be many of our officers who contribute way beyond what they do in the officer corps. And so the way we develop people not only helps our officer corps, I believe it also contributes to our nation as a whole in the long run. In many of our leadership manuals, we talk about competence being a key piece of everything we do. I take competence as the baseline. My assumption is everyone is competent in what they do. But the difference between a leader and an extraordinary leader who has to make very difficult decisions in very difficult situations is how he goes beyond just competence.